horses will, any loud noises, any sort of big scary things that, you know, move around them. And I just want you to ask yourself, if you were this horse and I said, how about you just stand there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack this whip 2 centimeters away from your ear, and I want you not to react. Which is good. So he's got complete trust in me that whatever I do, whatever tool that I have with me is not going to hurt him. But again, if I just ask him to go, he'll go. I ask him to stop, he'll stop. So it's got nothing to do about force and muscles and all this stuff. If you've got your horse connected mentally and you get rid of all the fear that they've got and you develop that respect, then what you're going to develop is a horse. So I know you're probably thinking, yeah, fine, this is his horse. He trusts him and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully what we'll be able to demonstrate now is we're going to bring out an ex-show Arabian mare and do exactly the same kind of stuff with her. I don't know how far we'll get, but I'm going to do everything that I can to gain her respect and gain her trust live in front of an audience, and hopefully you guys will take something away from it. By nature, she has to move her feet to feel calm or to get rid of that nervousness. My job is to get her to feel super calm with me. So she's going to start looking for an answer. Everything that I do with her, she's always going to be looking for an answer. And she'll test things. She'll go left, right, rear, buck, do whatever she wants. But then she's going to give me the right answer, and that's when I release. But she is a beauty. She broke gate there, but she kind of went up a gate. I'm going to leave that alone. That's fine. All I'm thinking is just go left. I don't care what you do. Just go left. Then if you want to stay with me, that's great. If you want to stay with me here, that's the nicest place to be. So she hasn't broken a sweat, which is great. So let's see if I walk around a little bit. Does she follow me at least with her eyes? Yes. Because the feet will follow. And every time I do this, I get closer and closer. Bring her in again. Bring her in. Release. Almost. Release. We haven't done that much work with her yet. Excellent. Way. If she wants to leave, she can. If she wants to stay with me, I release. Very nice. And I might go back here and just let her sniff my hand. Approaching her in the most non-threatening body position that I possibly can. She thinks I'm going to catch her. Good. Good. And the reason why I'm coming to this area here, how do horses normally greet each other? They go up and they sniff each other's noses. And then they immediately stand in this position here and nibble each other's withers. So I'm kind of pretending that I'm doing the same thing. So I'm just saying, yeah, good job, and then I leave. As an ex-show horse, she was trained, not right or wrong, you know, there's nothing right or wrong about it, but her training consisted of her flaring up and showing all of her beauty, you know, and then she'd always get a relief, like 2-3 minutes of that, and then she'd go back. Here, she doesn't. You know, I want her to keep going until she relaxes. They don't learn from the pressure itself. So here I want her to do two things. Stop moving her feet, which is she's done, and then give me a sign of relaxation. Like blinking the eyes is a sign of relaxation, so I'd release. Other signs are lowering the head, sighing, chewing and licking her lips, kind of going like that. Cocking a hind leg, doing this with her back leg. That's a sign. And I'm going to just repeat this. So I'm just going to keep going. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. And now she's not twitching, which is good. Good. Different side of the brain, different horse. So I need to work her on this side as well. So she stops, she blinks, I release. Put the stick up, good. And so next level, we build it up. Next level is I want to throw this particular string over her back without her reacting. Good luck. So, let's see what happens. Good. Gonna put her nose toward. Good. 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 There, but she was super tense. I'm not going to release. Just going to keep going. Good job. Keep going a little bit. Good. Good. Just blink. All I need you to do is blink. Nose towards me, please. If I was to think, I hope she doesn't get scared, I'd probably do it this kind of way. You know, just so she doesn't get scared. But I'm doing it. If you need to move, move. I don't mind. Because I'm trying to prove to you that I don't mean any harm. Can I throw this over your back, please? Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Good. Much better. Good. We all know horses are scared of these kind of rattling noises and things like that. And I keep relating back to the wild because that's what a horse is. It lives out in the wild. So because this sound, over millions of years, they've understood that if the grass kind of rustles or something, it probably means that there's a lion behind it or they've made a bit of noise, so they need to get out. So here I need to make sure that I can just tap this a little bit until she does what? It's very simple. Two things. Stops moving her feet and relaxes. Look at that back leg. That's beautiful. That's great. So next level, I'm going to touch her with this, and she's going to freak out. But again, I remain as calm as I can possibly be. And I just follow her with it. Just bump her nose towards me and touch her with this flag. Bump her nose. Bump, bump, bump. Good. The only reason I bump her, I need to bump quite hard, is to make sure that her hindquarters, her back legs don't get to me. But it's not like constant pulling, it's like, get off that halter, get off that halter. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good. I'm not being careful with this. I'm being very obvious. Just stand there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Good job. Don't move that head away from me. Don't move that head away from me. That's it. So the reason, good job. I don't want you guys to get the idea that I'm all about loving your horse and hippie kind of style stuff. It really is about genuinely trying to be like a horse. So if in a horse's language, if his own mother would kick him in his gut to say move or stop or whatever, then it's only fair on him that I speak the same language, but I do it without any emotion. So if I have to bump on her nose, if I have to tap her butt with a stick, if I have to tap her butt with a string, I do that, but I do that with no emotions, or at least a neutral emotion. Good. So she hates that, just going up and down, so that's what I'm gonna do. When a horse gets scared of something, you kind of take away the pressure as soon as they get scared. So if a horse, if I was to do this and she got scared, I go, oh, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it less next time. Which kind of trains the horse, because she understands the release of pressure, trains the horse to move when you're trying to tell her that this isn't meant to be scary. So she's just going to become more and more and more fearful. Good, good, good. Just trust me. Good. Good. And some of the people that came to the previous demonstration with this mare, they might be thinking, oh, why is she so wild? Simple. She's only had one session. We need to build up that trust in her. So I like to say that horses are brave cowards. What does that mean? It means that they're brave when there's something moving away from them, but they're cowards if I turn and face them. Kind of like dogs. So I'll walk away and make her feel brave. I'll tell her to follow this bag, this top. That's it. She's thinking it's easy to train this bag. All I gotta do is walk up and it moves away. But then watch your body language change if I keep moving away, but I just turn and face it. Look at that. And I'll say good job. Well done for training that bag. Good job. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here. Over here. Over here. Good job. I might let her sniff it. Just sniff. Just sniff. Just sniff. So that's the distance that she feels comfortable, I release. Just take a step. Good job. Good job. wouldn't have thought that was possible initially. If I couldn't do a touch her with a plastic bag, you'd think this is just crazy. But the louder you are with your horse, the more calm they get. Easy. Easy. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job. Chewing and licking like mad. Good job. So it's really important at this sort of distance that I've got that rope pretty short. If she was to take off, I'd bump her head towards me. Because if that touches her back leg or something, she might do like a cow kick sideways and kick my knee. Good stuff. So now she's seen it out of both sides of her eyes. I might think of draping it over her back now. Easy. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. So she's jumping as soon as she sees it from the other eye. So I might do a little bit slower this time, just to let her know that she's all right. She's all right. Okay? She's jumping away from that side. Good job, you're okay. You're okay, you're okay. Hey, hey. Easy. So what happened there? She got rid of that pressure and she got the relief when she got rid of this, which is not great. But you work with what you got. Easy, easy, easy. There you go. So that's great. Didn't think that would happen. But anyway, I will be getting on her because she's kind of showing me if she can handle that, she can handle the saddle without any issues really. But what would happen, let's see, let's test out a few more things. I'd rather get bucked off while I'm standing on the ground and make her go crazy while I'm standing on the ground rather than happen when I'm under saddle. So she might be okay with this when she's standing still and it's making a noise. She's all right with that. But what happens if she moves and it makes a noise? Not too bad. She took 2 steps and she jumped. That's great. But she didn't die. There you go. There you go. But it's her choice to take this option or to go around. I'm not really pulling her that way. I'm just saying just move, walk. Follow me somewhere. Good job. And you can use your imagination. This could be anything, you know? This could be even, oh, that's great. She wants to think about it. I'm going to let her think. That's perfect. That's great. I'd love it if you just stood there and then sniffed at it. Just to explore what the hell this thing is. Good. Good. She's thinking, do I trust this guy or not? And I'm really not pulling, I'm holding with two fingers. That's great. Release, big release. Now she's checking it out. And I'd much rather a horse, even my own horse, I'd much rather if he got scared of something that he stopped his feet and thought about it, rather than just overreact. So if you think of horses as if they've got two sides of the brain, they've got a reactive side and they've got a thinking side. I want the reactive side to go from this to this, so it's still there, and I'll work on that. And then the thinking side to go from this to this. And that's what she's doing right here. She's thinking her way through this scary object. That's great. Look. Thinking. Fantastic. Take one more step. That's it. And release. That's good. I'm going to comfort her here. So she's done a great job there. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Good job. Good job. That's it. You want to think? You think. I just love going through this process with these things. Because it literally is life or death. She can't think of anything else. She can't think, oh, this might hurt me a little. She can't think that way. She's going to think, if I get a cut on my foot, or if my foot breaks, or something bites my foot, or something touches me here, and my guts fall out, I can't do anything. I'm dead. That's how she's thinking. So to us, it might just be a bit of plastic. To her, it is life and death. Good. Good. I might Colt because she knows that it's not going to kill her. Let's see if she comes off this. That's it. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's exactly where I want you. So it's the pressure and release. This is where I want you to be. I release the pressure. So all 4 feet are on this thing. She's chewing and licking. Her head's down low. Can I rattle this a little bit? Yeah, can I rattle this a little bit? I think so. Good job. To this. So nature tells her that's a lion. Nature tells her kick. But all I want her to do is to come back to me. That's it. Chewing and licking, I release. So she's allowed to explore the options. And the option that's going to give her the release is the option which comes back to me. Good job. Last time, but I want to get it really far back. Over there. Because that's going to make her go wild. But that's brilliant. That is amazing. Good job. Good job. Well done. So she's pretty much ready to ride, or to saddle at least. But I'm not going to sneak up on her and try to get the saddle on in the most quiet way that I can. I'm just going to be a little bit kind of blunt about it. Here. That's great. Like that, like she's been saddled 100 million times. Good stuff. And just to let you know, this is the second time that she's been saddled, but the first time that we did this, she was still exactly the same. Letting her know that I'm coming. Then I come in here. I've prepared her with that rope. It's to let her know that I will tighten something around you, but you never know, so I'm going to grab a hold of this. So, okay. So, it kind of seems like I've forgotten to tighten the back cinch, but that's on purpose. Why? Because I want things to bash around, move around on her, maybe scare her a little bit. If she gets scared, fine. This way. That's. So again, this is the pressure, release. Good. She comes back to me. She's looking for a little bit of security. I say, good job, but go again. Now I just point. She's going off of a feel. That's so nice. Oh, that's great. Tarp doesn't mean much to her. Chewing and licking the lips. So the horse is a horse with a dead cow on its back. Go this way, Ken. That's beautiful. That was her choice. Well done. Good job. Good job. No, move away. Move away. Move away. Good. So now I'm pretty convinced that that saddle isn't bothering her. Maybe I'll go back, and that's perfect. So a light little tug to tell her, say, come here, and she comes. So that's the back cinch on now. And I might let her go. Maybe she'll give us a show. Anytime I want to change your direction. Come over here. Good job. Good. I say, come here. Come here. So you can see a little bit of what my horse was doing. That I can control him or her whenever I want. Move. That means move. Come here. Please come here. And I've only just met this mare. That's great. So she just thought about leaving. I'm gonna let her. Good job. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Good job. And again, this is just pretty much a fancy rope halter. So there's no pressure on her mouth, because last thing you want to do is cause them pain. So if she does something silly and I grab a hold of both reins, then that's immediate pain for her in her mouth. And it starts to kind of, you lose the sensitivity of that when you go to ride. So why would I want to spoil that? I just leave her mouth alone and say, let's control you with your nose. So as you remember, I said there was a couple of things that I need to be able to do before I ride. And one is flex the head and neck. So I'm going to give her the cue here. That's the cue. Slide my hand down and release. She just gave me a tiny bit. I gave her a lot. Slide my hand down, release. Slide my hand down, very light, release. So I'm barely touching this rope. If she gives, right there I release. Hopefully you can see that with the timing. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good job. And release. Again. Excellent, excellent. That's brilliant. Very nice. Again, just don't move your feet. Yes. So now she's coming all the way around on a very, very light rein. And she's chewing and licking. That is super nice. Well done. So I just hold until she stops and she releases. Great. Now move your feet. No, 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 no. Yes. You saw the difference there? First 3 steps were just side by side. The 4th one, she crossed them over. That's when she loses the power. Let's see again. There, there. No, no, there. Yes, good. So I need her front feet to stay still and her back legs to move around, cross over. Let's go. There. No. There. 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 So again, to keep the horse in the most relaxed state that she possibly can be, we're going to use the same language that we've already established with her. But I'm going to get on her back, and initially I'm just going to be like a passenger. So again, she's going a bit wild because she's a wild horse, but I can always bring her back. Good job. All right. So before you do anything, Charlotte, I just need to make sure that she's okay with me getting on. So move these stirrups around, put my foot in there, jump up and down. That's great. Release. Jump up and down. Release. Jump up. That's great. Good job. Good job. She drops her head, kind of telling me that she's relaxed in that position. I release. Good. So I might start touching her here. I'm moving this stirrup around. I'll touch her butt, touch her over here, maybe put my leg up here. If she's good with that, she should be good with anything, because I'm a lot less scary than that tarp going on her. So I've got my right foot in the stirrup. I'm pretty much committed now. But what I'm going to do, because she's giving me that reaction, I'm just going to get off. That is great. So you saw her chew and lick her lips, telling me that she's super relaxed. I'll say, well done. Now I can actually get on her like she's a fully broke horse. You know, I can get on her pretty sloppily now, I feel. You know, without any issues. I don't know, loose rein. Well, hopefully that doesn't change. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hold on for my dear life on this saddle, and I'm gonna allow her to go where she wants. But she's gonna be following Charlotte's lead. So Charlotte's gonna basically point, cluck, spank, get her to move her feet. And if you can get her to canter, if she'll trot, let her trot. But if I say canter, then just increase the pressure, let her canter. Because I want her to know that even if she tries to buck, the quickest way to stop her is Charlotte's gonna step out in front, the horse will turn, done. Okay? I don't need to yank on her. So, bismillah. So point. Let her go anywhere she wants. But I don't want to bash into the fence, thank you. Change. Change. Step out in front. That's it, that's it, that's it. Send her. Good stuff. Change. I'm not doing anything. Change, change, change. That's it, point. Send. Good stuff. No pressure on her mouth. No pressure with anything. Send. Send. Faster. That's it. Change. 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 That's it. Point. Buck. Send. That's it. Good. Send. Good. Change. Change. Big, big, big. Everything big. That's it. Send. Canter. Good. Change. 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 Good. Change. Change. Trot. Change. Change. Trot. Change. Trot. Trot. Don't step forward so fast. Change. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Change again. That's it. Just don't step forward. Change. Go this way. That's it. See if you can get her to walk off. So step out in front, change your direction, let her walk. So I'll let go of the saddle. I'm going to help guide her now. Change. Go. So only one rein at a time. Change. Every time she canters, I just change her direction. Because I can't control her energy. What I can control is her feet. So if she trots, no problem. That's the cruising lesson. Go this way. Send. Good. Good, just cruise. Then stop her here and walk away. Good stuff. Good, let's go the other way. So that's a good trot without breaking gait. There you go. Let's see if we can do it on this side as well. No, change, change, one rein. So you see how easy it is to stop her just by pulling on one rein. Let's get her to change here. Get her to change here. Get her to change here.
Do you want me to stop moving now?
Yeah, it's okay. If you stay still up. Just stay still. Now I'd like her just to calm down and go for a nice little walk on a loose rein. That's perfect. Go this way. That's great. So we didn't tire her out. What we did, redirected her movement, gained control of her feet, but this time it was kind of partially from the ground, partially under saddle. So she kind of gets the concept and she relaxes. And this whole loose rein concept is not that I would ride them like this all the time, but they need to be able to maintain their own gaits, to be responsible for their own feet. Good, so now that I've got her in a walk, Now I'll ask her to trot. So it's, instead of point, cluck, spank, it's a squeeze, cluck, and she goes. That's super light. Oh, that's beautiful. Well done. Well done. And that's a much more relaxed trot, if you can notice that. Good job. It's almost like she's relaxed because she knows the answers. There's no trick questions. Oh, that's beautiful. She's calming down just by herself. I'll change her directions to the outside this time. She doesn't want to go. Hold it. Good job. Release. Just walk. And now trot. This way. Trot. Oh. So for a complete total working time with this mare, it's been an hour and a half probably today, maybe a bit less. And maybe a couple of hours last Wednesday. I would say I'm pretty impressed with that. She can almost look like a riding horse. But today I want to develop it a little bit further. So she's good at the trot now. She's not thinking of canter. Oh, one rein. Good. That was a little light tap. It wasn't a spank. Now pressure. One rein. Good. Good. I'd say that's a relaxed. Almost there. A little bit of a relaxed one there. Charlotte, you're doing a great job. Good. This way. Now turn and canter. Easy, 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 easy. And now trot this way. Just trot this way. That's it. She's so relaxed. I'm just going to reward that there. I want to reward the relaxation as much as I can. Now trot. Now we're going to turn, up, and canter. This way. She's a little bit nervous. And stop. She wants to move her feet, she can. But I was firm when I needed to be, and I was extremely fair all the time. And just to double check, that's great. If I was to get back on, does she have a negative reaction to that ride? Like that. No, she's good. So hopefully we've demonstrated the fact that you can develop this kind of stuff with absolutely any horse. And when we're, a lot of people, when I'm explaining this is the foundations, I break in the horses, all that kind of stuff, they limit it to a horse that's never been ridden. But all of these horses that get into their specific disciplines, jumping, dressage, endurance, and you see a lot of, or some problems start to show up, like the horse throws its head and neck up, or it takes off in a gallop, it bolts, or it rears, or it's hard to pull its nose in, it doesn't collect. All that just basically means there's a hole somewhere in the foundation. And it doesn't mean we have to go through and do everything from scratch. It just means we need to work with it, find out where that hole is, and then fill that hole, and then give the horse back to whoever's kind of riding in whatever discipline. So this is the extreme. She doesn't know anything, but we've done something with her, hopefully quite decent. But it applies to anything, any discipline, any horse, any age, stallion, gelding, mare. And it's very, very easy to learn. There's nothing that I've done today that none of you cannot do. It's just simple. Pressure release, find the right feel, find the right timing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And I'm happy I didn't die. Thanks a lot.